Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where today we have an absolutely huge match on our hands. The Champions League is back at Celtic Park, and I am all bloody for it. But before we go any further, if you guys are enjoying the content, you want to help support the channel, the very best way to do so is to click the like button and click that subscribe button, as it helps the channel grow. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, the return of the Champions League, for it has been a long time coming. 5 years in the making, but today is the beginning of Celtic's Champions League campaign and career under Ange Postecoglou. Celtic Park, 5 a.m. here in Sydney. Sometime at night for you guys in the UK, in Glasgow, a famous European night at Paradise is on the cards. And let's look at the game, shall we? Well, I've already set the scene, set the tone, but let's look at the teams for the form, the lineups, everything else, the score prediction. And first and foremost, Celtic. We are 7 from 7 to start this season in all competitions, undefeated in the league and undefeated in the cup as well. Scottish League Cup is perfect, is the only word that can be used to describe that. Perfect, perfecto, perfectamundo, whatever variation of perfect, but perfect is the word. But finally, we are coming up against an opposition who may just be able to, test us a little bit. As for the reigning Champions League champions, Real Madrid, they have also had a perfect start to the season. 4 from 4 in the league, and a win over Eintracht Frankfurt in the UEFA Super Cup final means they are 5 from 5 for this season in all competitive fixtures. So, perfect for them as well. But now, of course, one team is going to have to lose their perfect start, or both, because at the end of the day, there can only be one winner in this match. There could be a draw, but obviously a draw means both teams' perfect starts will come to an end, because a draw really isn't perfect. You may be undefeated, but you're not wins from wins. But into injuries and suspensions we go for the away side. Madrid, they are dealing with 2 definite outs in Jesus Vallejo and Alvaro Odriozola. Ignore the added on attempt at a Spanish accent there. Anyways, however, there is potential, and it is expected by a lot of media outlets that Real Madrid may rest 1 or 2 of their stars because of the heavy fixture congestion and aging nature of their squad as well. There's been talk of Karim Benzema being rested, even Luka Modric perhaps, which obviously would benefit Celtic, but you want to see the best players in the world, and those 2 are certainly some of them. As for the hoops though, Yusuke Itaguchi misses out on this match, as he was not included in Celtic's UEFA Champions League squad for the whole group stage campaign. As also from the weekend, there was 2 injury concerns. Carl Starfelt first and foremost. He has been ruled out of this clash and also ruled out for the next couple of weeks. Ange hinted at in his press conference. But everyone's favourite, Kyogo, he's ready to go. And that is always a great thing to have. So that leads us into a very, very special lineup prediction with the injury concerns and whatnot. This is going to be a great occasion, a big occasion, and let's get into my predicted starting 11. Joe Hart, of course, in between the sticks, has been sensational so far to start the season, and there is no doubt in my mind he will play there again. Josip Juranovic at right back. He's had a short turnaround, Josip Juranovic. He obviously spent a lot of time over the last couple of days trying to get Ryan Kent out of his pocket, because obviously he needs space for Vinicius Jr. in this match. Then the centre-half pairing, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Moritz Jens. Obviously, Starfelt is out. However, I am not one to, wish an injury upon anyone, but this could just be a blessing in disguise. Because while I am not part of the contingent of supporters who call them star mistake and stuff like that, I am a firm believer that Moritz Jens is a much better centre-back than Carl Starfelt. And that is my opinion. Have at it with what you wish, but that's my take on that. Then Greg Taylor, of course, at left back. Into the midfield trio, none other than our captain, Callum McGregor, Rayo Hatate, and Matt O'Reilly. Then up front, the front three, I'm going for Jota, Giakoumakis, and Leo Labada. Obviously, Kyogo off the back of an injury. He could start, and just said he could start. However, in his press conference, and this is just something I took away from Manchu, to be fair, is never one to give anything away, but he did seem uneasy when talking about Kyogo, so I don't know if that's a hint that he will play a part, but just not start. I'm not too sure on that. Not too sure. However, I did think Giakoumakis did a great job against Rangers, although he didn't score. He didn't really get to see much ball. He did his best at pressing, and while he isn't a Kyogo, in terms of a presser, he still gives it his best shot. I just hate it when Giakoumakis complains all the time because he's not getting the service. It's natural, but still, it's just not a great sight to see in my eyes. Anyways, that leads us into the final score prediction. And the first thing I have to address, Real Madrid's star power. It's ridiculous. We all know it's ridiculous. And I'm going to list 4 or 5 of their best because Thibaut Courtois, arguably the best goalkeeper in the world right now. He is, to be fair, second best. He is no Jean McLaughlin, but still a decent keeper in his own right. Luka Modric, aging like fine wine. He is still so talented and he is showing no signs of slowing down whatsoever. He's a classy footballer and he brings that class on the pitch all the time, and he just runs the midfield, despite being 36 or 37, however old he is now. Vinicius Jr. What do I need to say about him? A rising star in the game. He's got flair. He can change the game by himself. A very, very talented footballer. And then, of course, Karim Benzema. The winner. He will win this year's Ballon d'Or. Without a shadow of doubt in my mind. He will win it. And he is, need I say any more than that? We all know the class Karim Benzema has. He was the best player in the world for the last year. In terms of form, he was the best. And you can't change my mind on that in any which way. Then we have to just look at the manager. And while the manager isn't a player, he comes up with everything. He pretty much runs the show. And Carlo Ancelotti, one of the best managers in the game right now. So it's a star-studded team, and those are just the standouts. Real Madrid's whole squad is unbelievably good, There isn't a weak link in the team in my eyes. They've even got the depth as well to add on to that. So it's going to be hard. It's by no means is this going to be an easy match. This will be a right tough match. It won't be a Glasgow derby, which nowadays could be referred to as a pushover. For Celtic to get any kind of result, it would be amazing. For Celtic to get a win, it would be something out of this world. It would be absolutely astronomically phenomenal. It happened 10 years ago. It happened 10 years ago against the best team in Spain at the time. Fast forward 10 years, Celtic are playing now the best team in Spain again. And why can't it happen? So how do Celtic win this match, right? Everyone will have to step up. Every single player. If one player doesn't put in the effort required and the effort, right, the machine that is Ange Ball, it just collapses. It just doesn't work. And it's going to be an equally difficult test for every single player on that pitch. Juranovic and Vinny Jr. That is one matchup I am very much looking forward to see. Jota and Danny Carvajal, that will be another top bout. The two midfield trios going at it, Rayo Tate. Will he be able to keep up with the pace of Real Madrid? Will Callum McGregor, will all three of them be able to keep up? Will Matt O'Reilly be able to navigate around, the defensive mid qualities of Aurelien Tchouameni? There's just every single place you look in this Real Madrid team, they've got quality, and every single Celtic player is going to have to match that quality with either with their own ability and their effort. It's going to be physical. It's going to be fast-paced. Naturally, our game plan will probably be to catch Real Madrid off on the counter with fast attacking football. Set pieces, throw-ins, no minutes waste. We all know it. Celtic aren't going to hold, upwards of 80% possession like we do in most Premiership games. So, naturally, while, we may... The team... Ange might say we stick to our game plan, we stick to how we play every other match. We can't, in essence, because we don't have all that possession. Rather, when we do get the possession, we do emulate Ange's tactics, which is go forward with pace, with direction, and don't give them the breather. Because at the end of the day, we give them any ounce, we give them anything. Like anything, just the smallest thing. They latch onto it, they turn it into a big thing, and before we know it, we'll be 1-0 down. Because it's David versus Goliath, and that's the best way to sum up this match. Because it is what it is, David and Goliath. We haven't been in the Champions League for years, up against the reigning winners. But that isn't always a bad thing. Ange, right? I don't know him personally, but we all know for sure that Ange would rather be David in a David versus Goliath matchup, the underdogs, because it isn't about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. And you know what? Celtic, we can get a result here. It's shaping up to be one of those famous European nights under the lights at Paradise. I'm looking forward to waking up at 5 a.m. for it. For the lucky ones going, sing as loud and hard as you can for the full 90. Because, the players know it, and Matt O'Reilly mentioned it in his press conference. The more noise you guys make, the more of a kick the players get, and momentum can just switch. Like that. It just switches. And as for a score prediction, well, I've never on this channel predicted a loss. And I will be optimistic once again, 1-0, an early goal, maybe 10 or so minutes in. And I think from that, we'll just have a nail-biting 80 minutes where Celtic will be on the back foot, but Madrid will fail to get in behind Celtic and into the back of our net. So we hold on for a 1-0 win. It's a bold call, but I do believe. I have that faith and that belief in the team. Their mentality is that they can go out there and win. So if their mentality is that, why isn't our mentality the same? But that is all from me. So if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, leave in the comments below your final score predictions. Be optimistic or be realistic. I don't care. I just want to see what you guys think. And until next time, hail, hail.